Welcome. In this video, I will show you how to use the ExceltoGLAD macro which we have to convert a large number of Excel files into the GLAD format. So in step 1, we need to copy the ExceltoGLAD macro into the folder which contains all the Excel files as shown here. So I copy it over there and then I open the ExceltoGLAD document in Microsoft Excel. Now, since these are macros, I need to enable the macros so that it can run the macro to convert all the files. Here we can see some instructions. Now, if my data files were in XLSM format, I would start at steps 1 and follow through. But since my data files are all in the XLX format, as you can see here, I will start from step number 3. In step 3, it asks me to fill out some details in the section below to guide it to where the data is located and also to choose the name of the sheet where the GLAD data will be stored. So I open one of the XLX files to see where the data is located in them to fill out these details. So I'll open another Excel window and open the file in that window. So in the first section, we have to put in the name of the sheet where the results are located. So in this case, it is just called results, and therefore I will just type in results here. The next thing is to put in the first cell of the name, which is actually called the structure, Glycan structure over here. But I need to put the first cell, so that is going to be C2. The RFU is here. The standard deviation is in E2. Um, the the CVs are in the proper place, which is here. And then the name 2 is actually the B2, which is the alternate name for the glycans, which I will put here. So for the next step, I'm going to close the XLX file and not save it. And then I will open the ExceltoGLAD macros by going to the developer options and clicking on the macros. And then as you can see here, it has the macro 2, which is to save the GLAD sheet. And I choose the macro 2 and I click run, and now it will go ahead and open each file and create the GLAD sheet in that file. So this will take a little bit of time. I will just skip over to the end of once the GLAD sheets are created. So the macro is now done running. We will go ahead and open some of these XLX files and make sure that the GLAD sheet is created. And here you can see that the GLAD sheet is correctly put into the GLAD data sheet, which we told it to put it into. And the formatting is a little bad, but it's okay. But and we'll just check one of the last ones to make sure that it went through all of the files, and here you can see that it is done it successfully. For the last step, we need to actually create the tab delimited text files in the GLAD format. So to do that, first we need to make sure that all the fields are still correct. In this case, all the fields remain the same because they are more or less the same. The only difference is we can concatenate to the name of the tab delimited text file. So let's say we wanted to add, say, data. For example, we just type in data, or let's call it GLAD. So we just type in GLAD and it should add that to the name of the text files. So finally we go to the macros and run macro 3 to start converting them to a tab delimited text file. So it seems that the macro is done running. We'll go ahead and check some of these files, and here you can see that it's correctly put it in the tab delimited format, and all the values and the name too and everything is here. And so we go ahead and make sure that some of these files are okay, and that is about it. This is successfully created our GLAD sheets from the Excel data.